Paris, one of the most often visited cities in the world. Louvre, the most often visited museum in the world. For a few years, a totally new exhibition of Islamic culture arts has been created. Until recently, only a small part of the Near East collection was accessible to visitors. At present, a new investment is being conducted to enlarge the exhibition space in a modern style, referring to the glass pyramid constructed in 1989. The work on it has been going on for almost 10 years now. They started from digging a deep second level of the pavilion. Today, the work is almost completed. The roofing is being made, and the company responsible for its construction and assembly is Zeman HDF. The first task that the team has to accomplish is the morning unloading of the elements transported from Poland. Unfortunately, the construction cannot be carried over the buildings using a crane, and there is a narrow gate to the courtyard on the side of Mitterrand Street, which is one of the main high streets. It was Louvre's requirement that we would not be able to come in lorries from the exterior road, unload them there and then pass over the existing buildings because of safety. Therefore, we had to come from the interior. Are you good at reversing? Well, let's see. The only solution is entry through a narrow gate with a huge lorry during the morning hours when stopping the traffic for a longer while is still possible. To drive into the courtyard, the drivers had to fold the mirrors of their vehicles or disassemble them. This is how narrow the area was to maneuver. The whole 48 by 33 meter roof was divided into 45 dispatch elements, so-called ladders, which were delivered to the construction site every day. They are assembled by lifting each element, placing it on temporary supports, connecting them with neighboring ladders dubbed loose elements, and finally welded. There are about 8,000 elements in total. The roof has an irregular wavy shape. Difference in height amounts to 8 meters. The roofing is bilaterally covered with a golden net, and the total weight of the construction is 110 tons. Ultimately, the roof will be held up by 11 supports. However, at the connecting stage, the elements lean on temporary supports. The whole construction is made of a circular profile, pipe 60.3, all of it welded by Zeman HDF welders. The construction looks a little like a flying carpet. Under the roof there will be space for a few thousand exhibits of the Islamic Art Department, and the roofing will protect them from atmospheric factors, casting a shadow but not hiding the courtyard. The roof will be transparent for visitors from both the inside and the outside. This task will be carried out according to the vision of two architects, Rudy Ricciotti and Mario Bellini.
The project is from the architects are Mario Bellini and Rudy Ricciotti. So it's an Italian-French combination, and they've taken inspiration. Their inspiration was a sail, and they wanted to create something which was a separate space, so it wasn't connected to the classical Louvre facades, because they didn't want to mix the Islamic art with the classical art.
Before the Zeman HDF team could enter the construction site, each employee had to undergo a multi-stage process of obtaining certificates for work in such an unusual and strictly protected place as Louvre. Among the first tasks was the preparation of the working space for setting up specialist equipment. The main problem was to set up our geodetic equipment, the so-called tachometers around our structure, so that they could make measurements, and here we had to, let's say, lean out through the window, fix this element, and it wasn't so easy, because, let's say, in one window was Mona Lisa, and in another was something else, so it wasn't easy to get there. The geodetic equipment allows benchmark control of the arrangement of all mounting points. The biggest problem in such complicated construction is to preserve the same geometry of the assembled construction as in the design. The whole construction is designed as a 3D model. Each point is described by X, Y and Z. By having a surveyor on the construction site with a laser tachometer, we can reconstruct what was designed here on site. The tolerance of deviations in this case is minimal. The completed roof must be ready for glazing, which will be realized by another company in this international project. During assembly, while placing the elements, during welding, this construction all the time tried to dislocate. Our task was to verify each node in the so-called 1.5 by 1.5 triangle to confirm its proper position. This was the biggest difficulty, and it required the utmost precision. In short, if it didn't succeed, the planned, designed and almost already manufactured glass sheets simply wouldn't fit into the triangles. The Austrian company Waagner Biro is responsible for the implementation of the whole project. Its task is to coordinate the work of the assembly teams, cooperate with the facility administrator, and preserve the conformity of the implementation and the design. However, for Zeman HDF, it is not the first project where they collaborated with this Austrian company.
Well, Zeman and Biro have worked together on, I think this is our 5th project. So there's been Slotty Terrassi and the Blob in Eindhoven. After that there was, Zeman provided the steel for the Olympic Bridge. Baku Tollgate and now the Louvre. We're partners. Zeman have worked very well, very professional and quick, and always trying to find a solution, so we're very happy.
The Zeman company's assembly team often work in incredibly interesting places. However, it does not provide an opportunity for sightseeing or taking advantage of tourist attractions of such a stay. The same was true in this case. At the end, even the investors invited us for a free tour of Louvre. We visited all the chambers we wanted to.